Hello everyone, something a bit different for you today. This is a 1v1 on Napoleonic Wars with members of the fine North American community. So here we are, and we have the AEF versus the 4EPL, and we shall follow them. Let's get an idea of who is who. Commanding orifice here. There's Colonel Anthony of the AEF. Doesn't he look handsome with those sideboards? His matte blue shift. There's the Kaz. There's Private Blocks. Jew Bomber. Recruit Poland. And Corporal Amiga. And then over on, let's have a look, the 4PL. There is Recruit PFC Grozny and Captain Wingy. Fusilier Sharp. There's Liam BP. There's Himmler. Toe Fluff, what a fine name, sir. And there's obviously the commanding officer, and you can see another man joining Mr. Sparkly Bottom. What a fine name, sir. So there we go, you can see a few observers standing there as replacements, as is the French versus the English on this fine desert map. And we're watching as the members of the AEF move into position. Moving up closer. Oh, look at this. They're going to have to turn very, very quickly and get in for position. Oh, and they immediately break. Move back to try and get out of range. Now they're going to be an opportunity to get into position for the reload. Can they get there in time? The guys have moved back on their opponents. And this is going to be an opportunity here for the AEF. Colonel Anthony leading the boys forward. Let's wait and see. As there's Referee Swift, who's watching over everything and adminning the server as the fire comes in. There's Fusilier Sharp. And here are the boys. Captain Wingy. Now you can hear them coming under a little bit of fire. Down goes the first casualty. 4PL, 4EPL Fusilier Sharp, taken down by the bomber. Very nasty. And now, here is Colonel Anthony, who is going to get the next kill. As now, the disadvantage is on the French team. Down goes Corporal Amiga from the AEF. Dr. Horrible with a fine shot. And now they force their enemy to flee. As here is Liam, PB 1998. And Captain Wingy now getting the guys. And look at this, moving forward. Trying to push their advantage against the AEF. The AEF regrouping. Sorting their numbers. There we go. He's moving the line forward. To try and engage them. Now they've done their round of reloads. But the enemy braking and dodging. Look at this. And about face very quickly. And they try and move back into position. As one of the guys got out of position there. And now they're going to fire back. Oh, look at that. Down goes Blocks and Zakas for the AEF. And poor old Toe Fluff is murdered as well. So 2-1 in favour of those kills right now between both of these teams. And down goes Matt Blue Shift and Recruit Poland from the AEF. This is bad for the AEF. They've really got a lack of numbers as Colonel Anthony and the remaining Jew Bomber move in for a little bit of stabby fun. They're going in for a commanding officer. Yeah, it's a bit of hot commanding officer on commanding officer action there. As down goes Jew Bomber and down goes Corporal Anthony. And wow. There, the 4EPL taking the first round 1-0. So, very interesting to see. Obviously, the sides being a lot smaller than you'd see a lot in Napoleonic Wars makes every kill so much more important. Because you're just not going to have the level of firepower that you require. And look at this. We are so blessed that we have double two-dimensional birds here today. Mr. and Mrs. Two-Dimensional Bird are watching. So, in the desert, the brutal sun beating down. At least it's not like the Battlefield 4 sun. We can actually look at it and not burn out our retinas. So, the Battlefield 3 sun, not the Battlefield 4 sun. There we go, the boys moving forward from the AEF. There's Recruit Poland at the back. The guys getting lined up, but their enemy is over the other side of the hill. And now it means the AEF is going to have to move up Colonel Anthony. And here, the oh, look at that. Fire shot into Jew Bomber. He goes down. Look at this. Referee doing a good job there. And look at that fire coming into the 4E. Absolutely butchered their numbers. Huge amounts of fire. And the AEF have lost a few people. But they have the advantage in the firepower. And this is such a stand-up battle between both the sides. And now Captain Wingy from the 4E is going up against the entire AEF. And it's not going to go well for him, as they're stabbing all over the place. And the United Kingdom, with the AEF, have now drawn it with 1 round apiece. And it's good to see. Good to see the GGs between the teams. Always good to see. And referee Swift keeping the men on the straight and narrow, making sure the rules are followed. Oh look, they've got son of two-dimensional bird, obviously not talking to his parents. They've had a fight. God knows what's happened. Anyway, we're over here with the 4E. Captain Wingy and the boys. Dr. Horrible. There's Sharp. There's, of course, Mr. Sparkly Bottom, Grozny, more Grozny. There's Liam and Himmler at the back. Now, let's see what's going on as... Look at this. And there's the about face by the 4E. They've got to try and get their numbers into the right location for the fire. There we go. They've managed to draw fire down onto the enemy first, but unfortunately for them, there was no successful landings of the bullets. Now they fire back. This is where they've got to stand and fight. This is where it's dangerous. There we go. They then start to pull back, move to a location where they are safer, away from the bullets. The brow of the hill giving them a little bit of a defense. They can get the reload done, and then Wingy can move the boys forward. So, Wingy now, actually, rather than move the boys forward, he's moving them to the left. Now, this is something to bear in mind. I mean, the commanding officer's got to know where their enemy is located at all times. And a bit of fire coming down here from the 4E. Trying to get those reloads in. Oh, look, there's the enemy, the AEF. Toe Fluff taken down by blocks. Fine shot. Sparkly Bottom. No, the Sparkly Bottom is no more. He's no longer sparkly. And that was a fine shot from Jew Bomber. And let's just wait and see. So it looks like, yep, they got 2 members of the 4E have been claimed. And out comes the pistol. Oh dear, look at that. The AEF suffering a few. And Recruit King Combino, or Gambino, I should say. And apparently Tofluff took the bullet that was meant for Wingy. And oh, look at that. The 4E being taken down a couple. The AEF. And down goes Wingy. Not looking good. We'll have to wait and see. It's literally 1 Frenchman remaining. And Fusilier Sharp is finished off by the Arctic Kiwi mercenary. 2-1 in favour of the AEF. So here we go. Moving over to look at the fine members, the brave souls of the 4E. Captain Wingy, clean shaven. There we go, a bit of mustachio. There's Mr. Sparkly Bottom. Fine wig on the man. Oh, look at that beardage on Liam. And Grozny also. Fine pipe. Not sure why he'd be lighting a pipe in the middle of a battle, but never mind. Oh my goodness, toe fluff there. And here's Himmler. And you can see them that they're trying to run out of range. Make it a little bit more difficult for their enemy to get any kills. And now they're moving over. Obviously, making use of the rocks as best they can. And you can see here, Wingy is moving the boys forward as quickly as he can. Wants to essentially get into range for their guys to shoot back and do the damage on the AEF. But doesn't want to bring them too far forward to actually bring them into range until they're ready. So a bit of fire coming in here from the 4E. And it was always going to be a tricky one because that is long distance, especially from musket. I mean, you're looking at 100 feet for a musket, so, you know, it's not going to be great. Oh, look at this. A tail end Charlie joins in. And who's that? So there's Fusilier Sharp. And the fire coming in from the AEF long distance. So, it can happen. You can get a shot. We have to hold, obviously, hope for the best. Raise the musket very high. And if you're lucky, you'll get a shot. And it will get a hit. Not necessarily going to get a kill. But we'll wait and see as we follow the AEF with Colonel Anthony getting the boys into the line. No, they decided to move forward. This could be the confrontation of the round. And look, they've managed to get the line in place. Are they going to claim any victims? No, they've decided to shoulder arms and move. And down goes Blue Shift and Zakax. That could be unfortunate as far as the AEF are concerned, because now the 4E are claiming numbers of the AEF. Can the AEF respond in kind? Oh dear, that's not looking good for the AEF, because now they've got a round of reloads to go for. Let's see, can the commanding officer manage to claim up a few? And look, even though they're closer than they were previously, there's no guarantees of hits, especially in Napoleonic Wars. As down goes Recruit Poland, and the AEF decide to pull back and regroup. So, let's see what's happening, because right now it's looking good for the 4E. Captain Wingy leading the boys forward. And now you can see here Liam at the back. They haven't really lost anybody. They have the advantage of firepower. Now, whether or not they're going to be able to get any more kills onto the AEF, we'll have to wait and see. And look at that. Bullets splatting into the sand nearby. And Jew Bomber spelling badly. Oh dear me. Never mind. So, the question is here for the AEF. There we go. He's checking through the spy glasses. The Colonel. And getting ready to move with his 3 remaining men. So, this is going to have to be a very, very tactical move here by Colonel Anthony and the AEF. They're going to have to get into range, try and get up close, try and do some damage. It's going to be a hit and run situation as far as the AEF are concerned. What they want to do is they want to be able to get in there, maybe surprise their enemy, get a few kills, and then run like bejesus and get out of there and not lose any men if they can. Now, obviously, that's going to be a big ask, but whether or not the AEF and Colonel Anthony can do it. Now, this is going to be a problem because they don't have the advantage of speed running up the hill. The advantage is on the behalf of the 4E. There we go. The 4E's in position. And the AEF, no, they don't have that advantage and turn to flee. They're dodging left and right, and they've lost Omega. That's a bad situation for the AEF. Now they're going to have to see if they can move. There we go. They decided to plant it there. And are they going to get any shots onto the enemy? And it looks like they've decided to run in for the melee. There's no firing in charge, boys and girls. So, or maybe there is. So let's see what's going on, as here is the 4E versus the AEF. As down goes Private Blocks from the AEF. And it's literally the commanding officer against everybody. Oh dear. Colonel Anthony going in for a slice and a dice. And he's about to get diddled with a very long bayonet. It's not going to be good, but look at him fighting off this enemy here. Look at, he's doing a fantastic job until finally murdered by Gambino. Wow. Good attempt there by Colonel Anthony, but unfortunately I think the writing was on the doors quite early on. Let's see. And it's 2-2. So that was important for the 4E. They've tied it up. And now, as far as the AEF are concerned, they have got to absolutely butcher the enemy in this round. That's what they're going to be looking for. And look at the puffs of smoke in front of the boys. The guys are getting range from the 4E. And as expected, the AEF standing their ground. Even with Zakaz. Sorry, not all. Zakaz taking a bullet. And there's Arctic Kiwi.
God save the king!
Well, precisely. Now moving out. Let's see. as we follow here the members of the AEF as they're moving closer to the 4E. And they haven't lost anyone yet, but they do have a disadvantage of one man against the 4E. You can see them trying to get that important position. They might move up near the rock. Swift is keeping an eye on hill camping, timers, all that kind of stuff. Very important. You don't want too much hill camping because this needs to be a fair and fun and an enjoyable experience for all teams. And hill camping can just ruin that. There we go. Look at them braking, dodging left and right to try and avoid those bullets. And now it's going to be an advantage of the hill for the 4E, as now the AEF are trying to move up. This could be a very unfortunate situation for them. It might be that the AEF are going to move into position. There we go. They form the line and they're really close to each other. Fusilier Sharp and Fluff also going down. Zakaz as well, dodging left and right as they're trying to reload. Look at that. Equal numbers lost on both sides. This is going to be a brutal fire. Any minute now, who gets the first reloads? Down goes Private Blocks. Down goes Corporal Amiga. And down goes Arctic Kiwi as well. And that was a very, very nasty situation there for the AEF. And it looks like the 4E are managing to catch most of the bayonets coming in from the AEF. So they might still be able to turn this around. Let's just wait and see. Down goes another member of the 4E. Oh, bayonet skills coming in here from the members. Oh dear, down goes Poland. And now it's 2v2. Could this be the moment that the AEF are looking for to try and turn it around? As you've got commanding officer down here with a little bit of melee. Look at this, fine melee. Oh, and a stab into Himmler. This could be the moment. The AEF got to watch out for the team kill, and it's a win. Colonel Anthony with the final winning kill there. Look at that. Fantastic. And a fine moment there. So, 3-2 in favour of the AEF. A great round. Thought of maybe it could have been a very unfortunate one there for the AEF. They could have lost it, but they brought it back with the melee and brought it down close to the wire. So, let's see who's tailing Charlie. There's Fusilier Himmler being watched by a two-dimensional bird. See, this is how we watch these battles. This camera is actually attached to a two-dimensional bird as we speak. So, very, very highly trained two-dimensional birds. Now, there's the AEF moving into position. Let's stay with the 4E as they move forward to a stronger position. And there we go, the firing into the AEF. Down goes Poland, down goes Arctic Kiwi. So they've now lost two members. And now this is going to be a difficult situation because they move in and they're going to go and try and fire and try and get some kills. Can they get some? Grozny gets a kill. Dr. Horrible also as well. And Liam goes down as well. And that's the thing, the timing. You've got to get in there before the reload if you possibly can. And so it begins with the melee and another kill by Sparkly, or into Sparkly Bottom by Zakaz, who was on the phone with his dad and seems to now that he's paying attention. Wow. Apparently all Arctic Kiwi wants to do is melee and he keeps getting shot. Which, if you ask me, is just rude. I mean, whether or not he has to... Oh, it looks like we're going to swap everyone around. And there we go. So, 4-3. And it will be the best of 10, from what I've been reliably informed. Now... I have to say, fantastic. Oh, sorry, 4-2 in favour of the AEF. So I have to say, this is a fantastic match so far. Great play by both the AEF and the 4E. Wonderful to watch. And, of course, fine members of the North American community who do love their Napoleonic Wars as almost as much as they like their American Civil War games, things of that nature, like North and South. So... there's G-Bomber, Matt Blue Shift. And over here is Corporal Amiga. As the AEF are now playing as the French. Mr. and Mrs. Two-Dimensional Bird continue to have their contretemps in the sky. Oh, here we go. Here come the 4E. In as the Brits now. Are they going to get the advantage of the fire onto the enemy? Can they find a range? They do. Jew Bomber and Zakaz being killed, but also then Liam being taken down by a good long-distance shot from Colonel Anthony. Was that a pistol shot from Colonel Anthony? If so, holy crap. We'll have to wait and see. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to find out. Oh, no, it was. It was an actual musket shot from Colonel Anthony, so he's not in as an orifice. He's in as a standard trooper, which is good to see. So it has the advantage of the musket and not that useless pistol that you couldn't hit a barn door from 2.5 feet away, as down goes Fusilier Himmler. Colonel Anthony again with a fantastic long-distance shot. And Captain Wingy looking to return fire. Look at that. The AEF now splitting up their forces, and this, you can see, which one do we aim at? Which one do we aim at? It's really, really difficult now that they split their numbers out. And this is going to be a nasty situation as the members of the AEF go up against the 4E in the melee. And look at this, Colonel Anthony attacking. It's a bit of hot officer on officer action as we're watching a quick turning attempt to stab, and a fine kill into Gambino. And another kill into Captain Wingy. Wow, Colonel Anthony doing a fantastic job with the melee today. Look at that. Hasn't died yet, but you know what it's like with colonels. You can never tell. But the advantage is against... oh, crikey. And down goes Dr. Horrible. And Amiga as well. Sparkly Bottom. Oh, it's Colonel Anthony again. Wow. Holy crap. Look at this. This is fantastic. This is serious melee skills coming in from Colonel Anthony. Look at that fine stab. And he's blocking. And another block. And it's this 17-inch... Oh, good God. Block. Oh, look at that fine turn. Get away from that stab. Oh, he gets hit. This could be a very fortunate situation. We'll see. And, oh, wow. To be honest, that is the first commanding officer I've seen who is probably better than the rest of his regiment. The rest of his entire regiment at melee. That is, wow. I don't know what to say. I mean, look at that. 8-0. That's just obscene. Absolutely obscene. Yeah, it's all those AEF hacks. That's what does it. Dirty, dirty hacks. Fantastic. He must be absolutely on fire today. Must be so pleased. And, like I said, the score's making a difference as the fire coming in. Look at that. They nearly got the range, and by avoiding it, they managed to move to one side, just staying out of the distance of those bullets. And now it's going to be a situation for the 4E. They need to try and get some rounds back against the AEF. If they can kill the AEF before they get into melee range, they can keep the mass murdering Colonel Anthony away from them. And there we go. AEF being dropped. Poland going down, but also they've lost King Gambino. So, let's just wait and see as he's getting the guys arranged. They've got the reload. Are they going to be able to get the shot? And look at them splitting up. And look at the guys trying to focus fire on the right person. And they know that trouble's coming their way as Matt Blueshift gets shot by Grozny. And here comes the AEF, Mr. Arctic Kiwi, who finally gets the melee. If he got stabbed and died rather early on, that would be unfortunate, as Amiga takes down Wingy, and Amiga then gets taken down very quickly, and looks like Anthony's taking down Grozny. Oh, down goes poor Kiwi. He's now extinct. Very unfortunate. And here is Jew Bomber with a fine stab. Look at that, into Liam. And another kill by Anthony. Oh, this is going to be a nasty situation for Himmler. And over here on the left-hand side, we've got Anthony going up against Mr. Sparkly Bottom. The sparkliest of all the bottoms, and now the deadest of all the bottoms. And it's again Jew Bomber and Anthony doing a fantastic job of the melee. Wow. Holy crap. 6-2 in favour of the AEF. Look at that. So, Captain Wingy from the 4E, determined to turn this around. Look at that. A look of determination. Now, because of the danger of the AEF in melee, it means that they are going to try, I would think, trim out the members of the AEF as quickly as they can with bullets. And down goes the Kaz very quickly indeed. Yeah. So just shoot Anthony. That's officer aiming, all the rest of it, blah, blah, blah. So they've got to be very, very careful with that. And you can see Wingy's now in as an officer. And now it's going to be the moment where they're going to be able to fire. Out comes the pistol, and looks like I've got a hit. Down goes Matt Blueshift from the AEF. And now this is an opportunity for them to fire back. Out comes the pistol, and King Gambino goes down. Amiga taking down Tofla. And let's see, here we go. The dodging begins. And Wingy hiding behind these guys for a brief second there. Oh dear, look at that. Fine stabbing coming in as Wingy, we're watching. As down goes poor old Arctic Kiwi, killed by Grozny. And now we're watching the members of the 4E go after the AEF. Can they win this melee battle? They've got to be very careful. They've got to try and isolate the remaining members of the French. There we go, Sparkly Bottom being taken down again. There's Colonel Anthony doing his work. Look at this, Captain Wingy doing a fine job of the melee. And I have to say, fantastic melee we've been seeing today. And look at that, Colonel Anthony finished off. A fine moment. That was the result that the 4E wanted. This could be the opportunity for a comeback, ladies and gentlemen. That would be a wonderful thing to see. 7-2. So, bear in mind it's the best of 10. So I think under the circumstances, if the members of the 4E... Oh, it says 6-3, sorry. 7-2, lol. 6-3. So, let's just think about that. Apparently Swift is sleepy. Never mind. So, here we go. What we're looking at is, obviously, with 6-3, best of 10. And it's fair to say that, obviously, the AEF have most likely won this match. But if they can get another round, 6-4 is definitely a respectable result from the 4E. Oh goodness, goes over and picks up the rifle, or picks up the musket of his recently deceased comrade, who might be doing his impression of Superman. Oh no! Poor Wingy! Officer aim, officer aim! Look at that, away, away, away. Oh, massive amounts of away there. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Officer aim. Causing a reset. So. Poor old Anthony's lost his KD. Dear, oh dear. You would think he's a COD player to care about his KD. I'm kidding, of course. So, Captain Wingy now leading the boys forward. Look at this. And this is what I do like about the Napoleonic Wars community, you know, the non-officer aiming, all that kind of stuff, keeping in touch with the historical parallels of the real battles. And you just got to, you know, watch programs like the War and Peace that was recently on the BBC to give you an idea of the brutality level of what these guys had to go through in real life. So, obviously not these guys. These guys are all sitting at the end of their computer, you know, probably surrounded by fast food and drinks and all the rest of it, and just having a bit of fun with their friends, talking to them on TeamSpeak, lots of banter, lots of conversation, and, of course, lots of stabby goodness. So, we're watching the 4E here with Grozny, and here comes Captain Wingy, and they're trying to get up the hill. Can they get up the hill first? No! They decide to move down the hill. Can this be the opportunity? Let's see what happens as now, there we go, the AEF come in for a couple of shots onto their enemy, but it doesn't look like they managed to make any of those bullets hit. And we follow the 4E as they did. An Arctic Kiwi tried to officer aim, but failed. So, never mind. Oh dear, and now they've moved to what they consider to be a better position. on the top of the hill. Oh, isn't that great? Arctic Kiwi wants to try and kill Captain Wingy because he loves him. Oh, isn't that sweet? So, down in the plains, Colonel Anthony and the AEF. No casualties as of yet. Mind you, saying that, somebody will probably die. Because the curse of the commentator, yet again, will cause that problem. And here we go. They're going in for a little bit of firing. Let's see what's going on. Sparkly bottom map. Blue shift goes down. Now goes Poland and Amiga. The AEF are being cut to pieces. As Recruit Zakaz also going down. Grozny being killed. And now Scandinavian down. Scandinavian down. As here is Arctic Kiwi also being finished off. And now this is a very, very nasty situation as the 4E are going up against the AEF. Whoopsie-daisy and Gambino killed for full. Very, very nasty. Dr. Horrible also killed. Down goes Jew-Bomber. And who is our boy surviving? It's the melee king himself, Colonel Anthony. Look at this. Following this man in his melee skills. Look at this, going up against 3 men at the same time. He's got to be careful. Is he going to go up against commanding officer? Look at, he's got to pick and choose his... Oh, look at that! Captain Wingy killed brutally with a fine stab. This could be a good moment. Look at this melee coming in here from the colonel until finally killed by Casper. And a fantastic fight. Look at that. So, good fights between both teams. Fantastic to watch. And a good clean game. And a definite shout out to both the teams for an absolutely fantastic display. And obviously the AEF with a fine display. 6-4 in favour of the AEF against the 4EPL. And that has been absolutely fantastic. And this awesomeness will be on YouTube, says Jew-Bomber. Correct, it will. So, my thanks to all the teams. To every single regiment. And I put in my YouTube name. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A nice 1v1. And as people want to challenge Anthony to a 1v1, that's always a 5v1. That's always a very dangerous thing. So, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That has been a 1v1. And, oh my goodness, Colonel Anthony's just died horribly. Channel name is... There we go. So, I hope you boys and girls have enjoyed it. And my thanks to the organisers, to the ref, of course. Because refs don't get enough love. And we shall see you again next time for more Napoleonic Wars as we say goodbye with Mr. and Mrs. Two-Dimensional Bird. We shall see you next time. Take care, everyone. Have fun.